Everybody see? Before we begin, I'd like to ask everyone in attendance to please silence your phones. If you wouldn't mind, turn them off. Make sure you don't hear anything. Some of you may know me. Most of you may. I'm the brother of the bride. I also know Charlie as well. We went to school, and I actually knew you for about a year before you guys ever met. And when I found out that I was going to be tapped to be the officiant, my first response was, "Really? Are you sure? You guys know me." But I'm so overjoyed and just in awe of both of you, and so glad that you allowed me to be a part of this. So most of you, if you're here, know at least the bride or the groom. If not, welcome. You're about to learn a little bit more. So I do have a little backstory that they asked me to share with you folks that should give you a little background into the journey that they've taken that's led them here today. They met Rachel's junior year here at WKU and Charlie's senior year here at WKU, which is why we're here, beautiful Western Kentucky University. During Rachel's senior year, they actually experienced their first test as a relationship. Charlie was working in South Carolina, and they dated all throughout, and then his career called him to Washington, D.C. And through it all, I remember talking to Rachel on the phone, FaceTiming, talking about loading up the car, driving out there to see Charlie for the weekend. I can't go see Mom this weekend because Charlie's coming out. And I was just I was just amazed at the commitment that I saw from these two. After graduation, Rachel actually moved to DC, and they apparently had a blast, judging by social media. and in 2014, both moved to Bloomington, where Charlie was attending grad school. They're about to endure yet another move when my sister, who, ask anybody, I probably already told you, she's going to vet school. She got accepted to Missouri, so lovely town, they're going to have a blast. But throughout the relationship, that's kind of been the theme. A lot of moving. Everything's moved at a rapid pace. It's kind of nice to eventually, kind of catch your breath as a couple, and I think we all know that. Recently Charlie's been able to tour with you two and see the world, and see the country, and Rachel's been fortunate enough to join him when able. But that's what got them here. What we're celebrating today is the journey that they're about to take. I've known Rachel her entire life, which, surprise. My earliest memory of Rachel is my mom's fondest, I know that. Not necessarily mine, but it makes a lot of sense. I was 5 years old, and Rachel was 2.5, and she had recently gotten an ear infection or something, and they gave her this children's Tylenol that tasted like cherries. And she finally learned how to open the refrigerator door and went in there to try to open the bottle and drink some. And for the first 2.5 years of her life, every time she did something she wasn't supposed to, her big brother was there to say, no, Rachel, you shouldn't do that, don't do that, that's not good. And this was apparently the straw that broke the camel's back. She looked at me dead in the eye and said, no, and slapped me. And since that day, the dynamic definitely changed. and that's who my sister is. If you don't know her, you should. She is a very strong spirit, and I always knew the man that wound up with her would have to be a strong spirit as well, and have to be looking for that in the woman that he spent the rest of his life with. And in the years that I've known Charlie, I knew immediately, looking through yesterday, that somebody would be proud to call my brother-in-law. So I would be remiss if I didn't mention a family that they've already raised at this point. Because a marriage is a union of two people that love each other very much, but this is a special situation because we also have a pug named Kentucky. And again, through social media and actually meeting the guy and buying him Christmas presents every year, I've grown to love Tuck too and their family, and they are the most nurturing spirits that you'll ever meet. Tuck and other animals, rats. No judgment here, but Tuck is lucky to have them as parents, and we're all lucky to have known these two. At this time, I believe we'd like to begin the readings. We'll have 2 readings, and we can begin those at this time.
A soulmate is someone who has locks that fit our keys and keys to fit our locks. When we feel safe enough to open the locks, our truest selves step out, and we can be completely and honestly who we are. We can be loved for who we are and not for who we're pretending to be. Each unveils the best part of the other. No matter what else goes wrong around us, with that one person, we're safe in our own paradise. Our soulmate is someone who shares our deepest longings, our sense of direction. When we're 2 balloons and together our direction is up, chances are we've found the right person. Our soulmate is the one who makes life come to life.
We formulate intricate plans for what to do if we get separated. If you don't make it onto the subway before the doors close, I'll wait in the next station. If you fall in love with someone, I'll poison the tomatoes in her garden. If I fall in love with someone, you'll hammer nails into the wheels of his bicycle. If you leave me, I'll write a book and become famous, and when you read it, you'll realize I know more about you than you do, and you'll come home. If I leave you, your drawings will garner you a solo show at an important gallery, and I'll become just a person in a damp coat, hobbling through rooms of cruel manifestations of herself, and I'll come home. If I get sad, you'll cover me with leaves until I can't breathe, and once I've suffocated sufficiently, you'll unbury me and my infinite grin. If I grow distant, you'll press tacks into the soles of my feet until the color returns to my cheeks. If our baby is born deformed, we'll build a cradle for it out of twigs and moss, like the nests made for infant monsters in medieval times. If you die in a gruesome crunch of metal, this is real, people, I'll locate all your body parts and burn them to ashes. I'll carry you with me in a jam jar that will always get us held up in customs. If I slice my wrist cutting the potatoes, you'll slice yours cutting the carrots. If I drown in the lake, you'll buy a canoe and paint it white. If I start to see shimmering parakeets when it's really just pigeons, you won't give me to the doctors. You'll tell me I'm Duchess and therefore always right. If you lose part of your brain, I'll feed you waffles, drowning in syrup. You see me trembling? I'll change your diapers. I'll take you to the carnival. And if your memory is destroyed, I'll make labels for every single thing in this world. Lamp, spoon in hand, applesauce, spiderweb, eyelid, cup, tree, you, and me.
Now, the bride and groom have decided to write their own vows, which they'll now share with us and each other.
All right. Make it rough, folks. So, Rachel, in the vastness of this beautiful universe, out of infinite chance, I can't believe how lucky I am to have found you. We met right here in Bowling Green, fell in love in the offices of student government, of all places, have moved back and forth across the country, and have built a strong and loving partnership over almost 6 years together. I couldn't help but fall in love with you. So much so I just let the words slip out and was worried you were going to run for the door. So thank you for not doing that. You're the one I want to spend every day with, who I'm never tired of or want to be apart from, even when our collective introvertedness makes us want to crawl up in a ball and just watch TV or something away from the rest of the world. You're funny, you're kind, you love me for all my faults and weirdness, as demonstrated by the reading that we just read. I promise we're sort of normal. Your love of and skill with animals just says so much about who you are as a person, and I can't wait to see you grow and thrive as a vet. I'm so proud of you. Oh, okay, that's what I wrote. Okay, I'm living. For the years to come in this world, I promise to treat you with care and respect, to never stop holding your hand, to be your partner in all things, through struggles and triumphs, until our final parting. I will work every day to make sure that if time allows us when we are old and gray, that we look back, smile, and know we wouldn't change even one tiny second. In short, promise with capital L to love you always.
Alright, Charlie. When we met, it had been a hard year for me. I was beginning to think there was no such thing as true love or soulmates. And I'd even given up on trying to snag you until you kissed me one night, after which we were pretty much inseparable. I knew I loved you just a few weeks after dating when you took my hand and slow danced with me to a record in your apartment. No one had ever been so sweet and caring to me like that before. I slowly began to wonder how I'd live a day without you in my life. You were hard
The ring symbolizes, in a wedding and in a marriage, the ring symbolizes a circle that can't be broken. It is a circle made of a precious metal with a precious stone that represents the love that is precious between you both. And it is a circle, just like your love, that cannot and should not ever be broken. So as you present these rings to one another, keep that in mind and remember the vows that we've just been able to witness. Begin with the ring. Repeat after me. I, Charlie, the left finger is the ring.
Yeah, the left finger.
I, Charlie,
I, Charlie,
give you, Rachel,
give you, Rachel,
this ring
this ring
as a symbol of my love.
as a symbol of my love.
Let it be a reminder
Let it be a reminder
that I am always by your
that
side,
I'm always by your side,
and that I will always be a faithful partner.
and I'll always be a faithful partner.
Now, Rachel, repeat after me. I, Rachel,
I, Rachel,
give you, Charlie,
give you, Charlie,
this ring
this ring
as a symbol of my love.
as a symbol of my love.
Let it be a reminder
Let it be a reminder
that I am always by your side,
that I am always by your side,
and that I will always be a faithful partner.
and that I will always be a faithful partner.
By the power vested in me by the Universal Life Church and the great Commonwealth of Kentucky, I now declare you husband and wife. You may now share the kiss that represents the love that you will share your entire married life. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Charlie and Rachel Harris.